Here's why Jamaica's Oblique Seville is really the world's fastest man. I didn't say fastest man alive, but he is actually the world's fastest man. Welcome back to the channel, people. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, thank you for making it Peter Lloyd World. Go ahead, please hit the subscribe button so we can continue to grow. When you do that, hit the notification bell so you know when the next video drops. You drop a video at least once a day here in Peter Lloyd World. Also, if you enjoy the content, please hit the like button and finally leave your thoughts. And ready? Yep. Good to go. Well, since Oblique Seville ran the world-leading time of 9.82 seconds, setting the entire world ablaze, making Noah Lyles find excuse after excuse, and big respect to Noah Lyles. Well, I've heard all kinds of things said. So I want to address one of the things that I noticed last year in 2023 when the Americans won both the 100 men and the 200 meters women at the World Championships in Budapest. So recently someone posted on one of our feeds that, we are creating stress for Oblique Seville, and I didn't even understand what the person meant by that, because the fact of the matter is he's a top tier athlete. He's pretty used to stress. And number two, sir, Oblique Seville is now the fastest man in the world for 2024. So yeah, he has a huge target on his back, and the Americans are definitely aiming at that target. Now, yes, this young man is the fastest man alive. Let's discuss why. Now, as I said, I noticed certain press members started to use certain terms when this young lady, Sha'Carri Richardson, became the 100-meter world champion in 2023, and when this young man, Noah Lyles, became the world champion in 100 meters in 2023. They started calling them the fastest on earth, or I think some said the fastest on earth, some said the fastest alive, and some said the fastest. And which confused me, because I said, how can they be the fastest? Elaine Thompson-Herah is way faster in every sense. I mean, yes, she did this years ago, but she's the fastest woman alive. Like, you can't compare the two. Sha'Carri Richardson ran 10.65, and Elaine Thompson-Herah ran 10.54. They're miles apart. Not only that, but what even confused me even more is that when the Americans were calling her that, Shericka Jackson ran the same exact time, 10.65. So I was a little confused. Same thing with Noah Lyles when he won 100 meters. They said he was the fastest man alive. Didn't make any sense to me either, because there were people alive who ran way fast, including Usain Bolt, Johan Blake, and others, way faster. I mean, infinitely faster. And also last year, Darnell Hughes was the first person to run 9.83, and then Lyles matched it at the World Championship final. So I was confused. I said, how can these people be the fastest people alive when there are people right now who have run the same time as them, and there are people who have run way faster than them? Okay. So what was told to me by my American friends is that because they won the World Championships, they're the world's fastest. That is the most preposterous thing I've ever heard in my life. Winning the World Championship, okay, it's the World Championships, that's a big deal. I ain't going to say no, but that can't make it the world fastest. It can't, because there are people alive who are way faster than you. I'm not even talking about a little faster, I'm talking about infinitely faster. So I decided to tackle this from a different perspective. Here's why I think this young man, Jamaica's Oblique Seville, oh yeah, I have the target on his back, people. So no matter what you say, that's already happening, okay? He has to learn to deal with that. And I think he's maturing. It's one of the reasons why he ran that fast. He knows he has a target on his back. So telling me that we are creating stress for him is preposterous. You hear me? He already knows that he has a target on his back. If he didn't want it, he should have run a really slow time. That's how this works. But let me tell you why I think he is actually the fastest man in the world. Not alive, in the world. Now, this time that he ran, which is a world lead meet record personal best of 9.82, makes him the fastest man in the world so far for the 2024 season, with Noah Lyles being the second fastest with that also very impressive 9.85 season's best. All right? Makes him the fastest. Let's take a look at the race, and then we'll talk again.
Off they come. Oblique Seville brilliantly.
Now I decided to show you that extra part because it was a big deal. It's a big deal because you see, in 2023, Noah Lyles came to Jamaica and he won Racers Grand Prix on our home turf. Of course, Oblique Seville was injured, so he wasn't there. And one can't tell what would have happened in that instance. Well, I believe Oblique Seville, this is Racers Grand Prix. He's a racers athlete. He was upset about not being able to run last year. I think he decided to make his point, and he ran that 9.82. And I'm going to say it again. Look at the race. He did not run right through the line. Took the time to look at Noah Lyles. Slowed down 10 meters out. He could have ran something closer to 9.77 or 9.76. I mean, I'm absolutely correct. I'm certain about that. 100% certain. Now, in 2023, the fastest man alive was shared by Zarnell Hughes, which is 9.83, and Noah Lyles of the United States. Zarnell Hughes, of course, represents Great Britain. In the year before that, 2022, the fastest man alive ran 9.76, and that was Fred Curley of the United States. So this is the fastest time ran by any man since Fred Curley ran 9.76 in 2022. He's the fastest man in the last 2 years. No one has run a faster time. No one. Closest to him is Zarnell Hughes, 9.83, and Noah Lyles, 9.83. And I'm not saying Noah Lyles can't come and run something faster, but here's the thing, I'm pretty certain if this young man, Oblique Seville, can run something faster. So I'm basing this argument on one simple fact. In the last 2 years, no other human being on the planet has run this fast in 100 meters by a man. Jamaica's Oblique Seville ran that time. It is the fastest time since 2022. Apologies. So that makes him legitimately the fastest man in the world. Fastest man in the world. Not the fastest alive. That has to be, of course, Usain Bolt, but the fastest man in the world. I still do not understand this argument that you win world championships that makes you the fastest person. That is the most nonsensical nonsense I've ever heard in my life. Because you can win world championships and not run the fastest time. What happens then? What's the question then? And how can you be the fastest person when someone else has run faster than you, who's walking right beside you, and or has run the same exact time? How does that work in your head? So, in my humble opinion, as of this moment, this young man is the fastest man in the world. Not alive, well, the fastest man running on the track currently today. But this, of course, is my 2 cents. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Now, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, notify the like button. Remember your royals, kings and queens. Bless up!